It's been about 6 months since I've gotten the Steam Deck, and I just wanted to do like another kind of like updated review on it, and just like things that I really love about it, things that are like some things I don't like about it, and also just I know there's a lot of debate with how it compares to the Nintendo Switch, so I'm gonna talk about all of that here. But first, if this is your first time clicking on my video, my name is Delaney and welcome. I like to talk about games, so if you want to hang out, have a seat, like and subscribe. I'm happy to have you here, and welcome back return viewers as well. So yeah, let's get started. So yeah, I've had the Steam Deck. I customized it. I have some videos already up about the Steam Deck. I did like a kind of like mostly like fresh first impressions kind of review. Okay, so first I will say what I love about the Steam Deck. So what I love about the Steam Deck, I don't have a PC setup. I am a Mac user, so there are some games that you can access through the Steam library. So I would really wanted to invest in something that I could play some of the Steam library, because I didn't really want to invest in a PC setup because I'm mostly thinking about the fact that I'm in a rental situation, so like moving and lugging like PC equipment to like every new place I decide to go to, or any new apartment that I go to, it's a hassle. So my thoughts with that was just like I wanted something easy, something portable if I wanted to do a PC setup. So probably would have been a laptop, but I don't really like, I'm gonna be honest, like when it comes to playing with PC games, it's hard for me to like conceptualize the keys, like using a keyboard and like a mouse. So I felt like the Steam Deck was like a perfect fit for me because it has the same mapping as like a Switch would, and I didn't have to like remap my brain to figure out how to work it. I just love the layout of it and how easy it is to pick up, play games with it. So yes, that's one of the things. And I really wanted to access the Steam library because there's a lot of games that are on the Steam store that aren't necessarily port over to the Switch, or take a long time to get over to the Switch. Being able to have access to the Steam library, I get to play games that people get to play a year before it gets to the Switch, which is one of the main things that I was really into. And it's a lot of fun to be able to play around with like what I want in my Steam library. I did find a lot of the games, like a few of the games that are on my Nintendo Switch that I purchased like in my digital library are also available on Steam. Sometimes they're even cheaper, which is another pro. Like they have a lot of sales and their games go down for really cheap. So if you're looking to like save money on games, that's one thing that I think is really cool. I feel like a really big factor though when it comes to like a Steam Deck is that it's technically like a portable PC. So there is a desktop mode where you're able to switch it into like pretty much a computer. It works pretty well, but I would say it can be slightly clunky because you need if you want it to work more smooth, it's best to have like a mouse and a keyboard. I love that you're able to access like the PC part of this. Like here's why I say the desktop part of the Steam Deck is really cool. There are just a lot more extra steps you can take to do customizations when it comes to the Steam Deck, which I think is probably like my favorite thing about it. I wouldn't say necessarily that I'm the technical person. Like I don't really look into like technical specs. I don't really understand technical specs, I will say that. And everybody has a way of how they think about things, how they see things, how they like to play games. I like to research and I like to go find ways that I can do this thing, because sometimes it can seem intimidating tinkering around computer stuff, but I find that like it's really fun for me to like Google search and go on YouTube and find there's like a really extensive Steam Deck community that is really open and really helpful. And because like if there's a question you have, someone has asked it already, and I usually find it on like Reddit, or I find it on like somewhere on YouTube. With that said, one of the main things I feel like is really awesome about the Steam Deck is that you can put EmuDeck on it, which is emulation technology. But yeah, say if you want to play like older retro games, like perfect for that, because it's really accessible and it's like so much that you can unlock with just those elements to be able to play other games outside of the Steam library, which I think that it's really nice and like open, letting you being able to play with it the way you want to. It allowed me to play games that I couldn't play unless I had a PlayStation. PlayStation, so like a lot of AAA games are on here. So one of the games, like I know I've mentioned before, is God of War. Never had the chance to play because I only have the Nintendo Switch, and that's kind of like another aspect that I really loved, is that I'm able to try out some of these games that are PlayStation exclusive games, semi PlayStation exclusive games that ended up on the PC library. There's also Elden Ring, which is also like kind of awesome, that you can play Elden Ring handheld, which that's like something that I really love having the option to do. Those are some of the things that I really love about having the Steam Deck and being able to like tinker with it and see the new things that I can do with it. Some of the cons I would say is, depending on what game you're playing, it could really kill the battery. Like the battery length can go super, like it can vary from like having 6 hours of battery time, and if I play like God of War, I think I probably get about 3 hours of battery time with each playthrough before I have to charge it. I do have a portable charger that kind of combats that issue, but I would say like the battery life is really terrible. It's really bad considering that's supposed to be a handheld device. Other thing that I would say is, like, I tried to travel with this. I have the 64 gig, which I forgot to mention. I got the first base model. It comes with a carrying case. I would say like trying to put that carrying case inside of my like carry-on bag or inside of my personal bag when traveling, like on the airplane, it's a no-go. Like I had to choose between having this or my Nintendo Switch, and the Nintendo Switch won because I mean it's smaller and more portable, and it took up way less space in my bag, as opposed to like Steam Deck is really bulky, where it took up like more than half of the space in my tote bag, which is like pretty big actually. That's one thing. Like it's not really a travelable device. Like I'd say it's more portable, but portable to your house, to your bed, to your sofa, your living room. Yeah, but other than that, I really love the Steam Deck. I love how much it's opened up my gaming library, and that there's so many more games that I can play in a portable way. Last, which I know a lot of people ask the question, so I'm a Nintendo Switch fanatic, and comparing it, like I feel like comparing this to the Steam Deck to Nintendo Switch is a little bit like apples and oranges, because Nintendo Switch has like different capabilities compared to the Steam Deck, like when it comes to like the portability, those types of things. But I'd say like technically the Steam Deck is more like a PC device than it is like a Nintendo Switch is. Like, see if I could explain it. Like I feel like a Nintendo Switch, like, you know, a Nintendo Switch is good for like Nintendo exclusive games, and also with the portability, like with how small it is, and you have like those little options of putting it on the TV, and it all depends on your gaming style. So for me, I love the Nintendo Switch. I have like a whole bunch of games on the Nintendo Switch. It just kind of fills in the cracks of games that aren't ported onto the Nintendo Switch. I wouldn't call Steam Deck like a Switch killer, as like I know some people say, or like I wouldn't say that it's like, oh, it's like the biggest competition to it. I feel like they complement each other in a way, or that the Steam Deck kind of just like fills in the gaps of the games that you want to play. It all depends on your gaming style. Like if you are one of those people who has like a really giant like Steam library, I would say Steam Deck is perfect for you. I kind of do reach for my Nintendo Switch more than my Steam Deck. It is fun to have the option to go between both of them. But I hope this helps you guys, and I hope all of you guys are doing well as always, and thank you so much for watching if you made this far into the video, and have a wonderful day as always. Bye.